matters.
The thing is just that when we have patriotic people at the ends of their affairs running the football. See, football is a very beautiful game, but there is money. And we look at the oil sector.
It's a business.
Look at the oil sector. Because there's money, there will be a lot of challenges. Because if both good and bad people want money, so money is an attraction. So it will attract different characters. But if we can get the right characters to run and handle the football, people of integrity and with due diligence, with objectivity to do the right things at the right time, we will not be having these challenges we are having. Because if we have structures all around, mini stadium all around, where a young 6, 7 years old can say, oh, let me go to the stadium, and he touches the ball, controls the ball. I think I have this in me. Because many of the time when you are giving birth to, you don't know. You don't know. Things, sometimes it just erupts naturally. I remember growing up, it was not as if somebody told me I can play football. It's just straight, and I easily, nobody taught me, it just came natural. So these things, they are natural phenomena most of the time. Then, when you have natural talent, then you groom it. Why we have not been able to get to the levels of these countries is that they also have that natural talent. But they now infuse some tactical and technical aspect of the game into those talents. Now, when you now match talent with hard work, it will give you success, but talent alone will not always give you success. But on a scale of 1 to 10, talent alone can just give you 2. Other factors will make it up to 10. And that's where African football is lacking. That's why when we talk about it, it's not as if we want to sound like a prophet of doom. But it's just like mathematics. A
chance for the Zambians. Wow. A chance for the Zambians. If you look at it, in the past 3 minutes, the Zambians have actually taken over the play. Playing around the 18 box of the Spain side.
Wow.
And I think it has not. We didn't see this in the match against Japan, but we are seeing it here.
Oh, we saw it in the game in the match against Japan. They never had issue with the defense and the midfield in the game against Japan. It was utilizing or creating clear-cut chances that was a problem against
in their
Japan.
final thought.
So it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing we saw in the game against Japan. We are still seeing here. They will concede a lot of goals, but you know the quality of play from the Zambians is still there. They're still playing like a team that is capable of causing problem when it comes to the African soil. So you can see they are already planning their first 2 substitutions
in the first half.
Wow.
Planning a substitution in the first half is unlikely to see people substituting in the first half. But is it injury? I'm not sure. Is it injury?
No. See, there are some times that when you see a loophole, you attend to it almost immediately. That's where I have issues with coaches like Lampard and all them. When you see a loophole, block it, even if it is the 15th minute of the game. It is not a... Because sometimes when you create an uphill task for substitute to come and make changes, it makes it more difficult. But when you are not yet down, you can easily say, oh, okay, let us tweak things a little bit. And you see this happen from coaches that are not afraid to be criticized. Because many people say, why take them off in the... You don't care. You are result-oriented. So when you are result-oriented, then go for it.
You know, this Spain's team, they also had issue. They also have issue of even, some of them, don't want to be part of the national team because of some little issues. But they were able to put their hands together. That was in 2022 after the Euro. They were beaten by England, and they had little issues. And some of them were withdrawing from the national team.
It wasn't a little issue. It was a big issue because I think it was about sexual allegation or assault against the coach. I think there was a monetary issue also because there was a time the Barcelona players of even prior to this World Cup, we had a lot of Barcelona players who don't want to play for the Spanish national team. So
I think some withdrew.
Some withdrew. Even to me, it was surprising because it was just yesterday I got to even Putala's made it to this competition because she was outspoken during the time of the issue. But it's good that they actually got themselves back on foot. But one thing I need you to know is that even without the Barcelona players, Real Madrid, I said Real Madrid, but Spain are going to come up with a fantastic squad. If
this should be an
offside.
offside.
That should have been even apart from aside that, you look at the team. There's still Atletico Madrid Femini. There's still Sevilla Femini. This team are actually good, and they'll actually produce a lot of players. But it's always good when they resolve the issue, and that is one beautiful thing for everybody to see them back and see the you know what it will be for this World Cup if players like Putalas Bomesi didn't come. That is the beauty of it, and that is why you see fans coming to the stadium to catch a glimpse of the ladies. And you know what it takes when you have the best player in the world at your competition. It actually makes a lot of sense.
And coming to that, Infantino, Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, I said this is one of the best World Cups so far.
Yeah, quality-wise, and pattern, what's it called, the quality of play. And
attendance.
And attendance, that's really
I wanted to say that 1.5 million,
It has really improved. It has really improved. Because when you go back to the olden days, you look at now we have teams putting the ball on the feet. You have teams, players who are playing with technical brilliance, players who knows where to put the ball, not unlike before whereby it's anywhere belly face.
The tempo of those passes. That is almost close to the tempo of the passes for the male counterpart.
Yeah.
So when you see a team playing like this, you know that they've done a lot of foundation piling before those ladies can grow up to play like this. Look at the tempo of play. Look at the quality of play. It shows that there is a lot of improvement in the female football itself, and but there's still a lot to do because we're only talking about this because it's Spain. When you see some matches, it's as terrible as you can sleep on it. Yeah, but we have some things actually now coming up, trying to do better. And we hope they can come up with a better squad for the next World Cup. And especially Gianni was talking about the attendance mainly because the viewing numbers has really improved. 4 years ago, I don't think we will be here commenting on female football. But because of the growth, we saw even England investing massively.
I was about coming to that.
Like they came up with this investment, and since then it has made their league more visible to intending fans that wants to see what they can do. And it has announced some English team even to be stronger on the European scene. You can see Chelsea getting to the final and even to the semi-final. And I just think that this is just the beginning for female football.
When it comes to female football, I think Gianni really needs to thumbs up the English FA with what they did about to the female football. Because look at the WSL and how much investment they've put into it, how much brilliance and how much work they've done about the media. Because they are trying to actually do what they did with the male team to the female football. Lots of interesting play. And you look at the stadiums in England whenever the WSL teams are playing, it's always a filled-up stadium. And that is where it started from. And, people started getting much attention, giving much attention to female football. You look at when Chelsea is playing, and look at the first record-breaking game. That was the game between, what's it called, USA versus England, where we had a full-packed Wembley Stadium. Yes. Unexpectedly. And since then, it has been record-breaking when it comes to female football. Even the Barcelona versus Real Madrid game, Barcelona versus Chelsea game at Camp Nou was a full capacity stadium, had a full packed stadium. So, a lot of work has been done on the ground, and it can only get better. That is just it. You look at the stadium, look at how much people. When the quality of play is actually nice, when they're giving something close to what the satisfaction they will get when they watch the male team.
That should be a penalty for Zambia. Will the referee offer that? Did the referee give that?
She gave that.
No, she's calling for a corner kick.
Wow.
She's calling for a corner kick. Let's look at that in the replay. Look at it.
Oh, that's a corner kick. That's a
corner kick. There was a contact on the ball.
That was a fantastic defensive work. And that's one of the quality we're actually talking about.
And that was the quality,
That's one of the quality of play we're actually talking about, trying to get the ball off a player leg. That's one of the qualities of the game.
Footballers know how to lie.
As you can see, Hyun Jong-hoon, the Japanese referee, has done justice to that, and she's absolutely correct. There is no penalty because there was a contact on the ball. before the leg. So that is no penalty. That's a good one. And that is the kind of experience we need in the African side, where you know the rules. Before, instead of going for the leg, you go for the ball.
Who was that goalkeeper that caused the penalty? Was it not South Africa? This is Zambia. Okay, it was Zambia that she got red card that day. That was exactly what we were talking about. The ways she could have gone, timing your runs, and that was what we saw there from the Spanish player.
If that lady did not time that tackle well, it would have been a penalty.
Banda was actually not even looking to score. She was trying to commit herself to that. That penalty was what she was actually looking for.
And it's like we saw that in Nigeria also. That is what's her name?
Odega. Odega is a striker, so I'll give her. I won't fault her for that foul in the box because she's actually a striker. I didn't think it was a defender. Actually, that could have been a chance. And
the champion still close a shot. Oh, no, that's a wrong shot. That's where inexperience come to play anyway. But that is a good one for the Zambian side. You can see they are pressing the Spaniard side this time around. I think it's not like they are resting, but they are trying to score. And this is the 43rd minute into the first half. Just a few minutes left for the end of the first half, and it is 2 goals for Spain and none for Zambia.
The passes.
2 goals for Spain and none for Zambia.
274 to 62 passes. Zambia has only been able to actually spring up 62 passes in 43 minutes. And Spain are playing 270 what? 274 passes.
No, it's not more than 274.
Wow.
All right, let's be quickly read the statistics for this match. For the ball possession, Zambia is having 20, Spain having 80. Goal attempts, 6 goal attempts for Spain and 3 goal attempts for Zambia. Shot on goal, 2 shot on goal for Spain and 1 for Zambia. 2 shots on goal for Spain and 2 goals.
That's 2 goals.
That is what we call 100% accuracy.
They are clinical. Clinical in front of goal. And
well,
that is very good for them.
Then free kick, 2 free kick from either side, corner kick, 2 corner kick from either side. Goalkeeper save, 1 goalkeeper save from the Spain goalkeeper. Then dangerous attack, 35 dangerous attack for Spain and 13 dangerous attack for Zambia. That is the statistics so far. Does it reflect the result?
It actually reflects the results, and it could have been better because I think for the past 10 minutes, because Zambia has actually grown into the game. Yeah, they've looked at themselves like, okay, they are ladies like us. Let us actually take the game to them. But still, the same issue they had against Japan is still what is actually injuring them in this game. The transition from midfield to attack is actually very, very, very poor. And you can see the Spanish team, they are not even, it's not like they are relenting, but you see, they are actually playing with tactical brilliance. You know, this is a team that actually, you look at the way they spring their passes, they are not far from each other. And it's looking like they are tiring off the Zambians in this first half. The second half might just be,
additional minutes into the first half. The referee,
Zambia won't really be expecting.
Yeah. The referee just added 6 minutes additional time to the first half. What actually happened? Did we see any injury moments? Substitution, yeah.
There was substitution time, there was jubilation time for the goals. And those factors still will come into play. And when you now look at it, you will notice that the Zambian team has been a better team since the substitution.
Yeah.
You will notice.
Yeah, of course.
And that shows that the coach is sound tactically, because when you look at your squad, you should be able to read the game and be able to profile solutions. See, there's one thing about player-coach relationship. When you are playing and you are feeling that you are losing this game, and you are looking at your coach is like your coach has no idea. That's why you will see players start to revolt against coaches, because you are trying to do your best on the field. But when you see that you are losing this game and coach does something and the wave of the game changes, and you see that, oh, we are actually playing better, it will only boost your confidence in the coach. And that's how it works. It is like an organic relationship. When you do your own job, the player too will be happy to give all to you on the field of play. Not that you are playing and you are seeing that this tactics is not working. What can coach do about it? And you just see coach spring up something, change something, and it start working. So those things, there is a way it affects the coach-player relationship. Look at it. Zambia are playing better than they were playing before since the substitution. And seeing that I made that substitution in the first half, that's a statement. You make a statement of intent that, okay, we are here to do something in this game. And it's just that they are facing an uphill task against a far better team. To be candid, a far lady for lady, strength for strength, tactics for tactics, brilliance, experience for experience. They are second fiddle. So if they lose this game, it's actually not bad. They just need to go back to their drawing board that is still neat. Not like some countries that are almost Australia.
My only take-off point from this game, from Zambia participation in this World Cup is they'll actually be bringing a lot of experience and a lot of quality back to the African football. Yes. It's really going to be hard now. Normally, before we do have familiar foes, that's Nigeria, Cameroon, coming to the World Cup,
South Africa later.
Years later. Those are the familiar faces at the World Cup. But now you're having Morocco, you're having Zambia,
South Africa,
who are actually very much good. And don't be surprised when you have Egypt female national team, the Tunisia female national team, and who are also trying to also get to the standard of Morocco. Because everybody wants to play at the World Cup. It's not 32 teams.
To be candid, what affected those northern African teams was first their religion. They didn't want to allow female football. So seeing Morocco host and they almost won.
And they'll be hosting back to back now. Even CAF is interested in going to Morocco.
Yes,
the female Nations Cup is going back to Morocco.
There's a structure.
The female Champions League is going back to Morocco. Now see, even the CAF, when it comes to CAF Football Player of the Year, it's not in Morocco. It's not more coming back to Abuja. Like Abuja used to be the hosting ground, but now it's Morocco. And when you talk about when he talks about investing in your national team, you look at what Morocco actually do, what they are doing. Go to Morocco, you see how much they've invested into football. In almost every 3 streets in Morocco, there's a football field and there is a basketball field. And it pays off. You look at their basketball national team, they're actually the African champions right now. They won the Afro Camp, which is very good for them, and that's a good return on investment. You look at their football national team, it's just about when will Morocco senior team win the Nations Cup, and it's looking likely for the 2023 2024 Nations Cup, because they're right to me right now. They're actually having the best squad in Africa, and they'll be bringing that experience of getting to the semi-final of the FIFA World Cup. They'll be bringing it down to the Nations Cup. So you look at how much they've invested in their league. It's one of the only teams or FA that actually have a football complex. Check their football complex. Check it out. They have their stadium. That's talking about the national team. They have their stadium. They have their hotel. They have almost everything. They don't need to rent. They don't need to rent stadium like our own national team.
Hey,
that's a good save from the goalkeeper.
That's
a good save from the goalkeeper. So it's just about investing. Invest right in your sports. Sports is a big business.
Oh,
it's a big business.
Football is the oil of England. If you look at how much revenue they make, apart from the sponsorship, the tourism. I'm a Chelsea fan. Wow. I would love.
You're a Chelsea fan?
Of course. You know.
I don't know. So you can't just.
I'm a Chelsea fan.
I'm here for the first time.
And I would love to go and be seeing Chelsea play from time to time. That means I'm ready to commit my resources.
You let it out now. Why are you not looking at the start? You let it out now.
All right.
You just have facial expression like.
So when you build your football culture like that, you will get tourism.
Yeah.
That alone will boost your economy.
Yeah.
Now, not to talk about the viewership. Football is high. Because the population of the world is growing. The more the population is growing, the more the viewership is growing, the more the money will be increasing. This is massive money.
From what you just said now, let's take a look at what happened at Nigeria Super 8. You saw the crowd in the stadium, and you saw all those doing business around that environment. You understand? They were making money, they were selling, you understand?
The NPFL will surprise a lot of people next season for the 23-24 season. It's going to be a lot of surprise to everybody, because now you can see even clubs in Nigerian Professional Football League are paying more into media, what's it called? Go to Twitter, you see how much the banter between clubs, even the one who are owned by clubs. I saw a player unveiling by Bender Insurance the first day, and I was asking myself, is this a Nigerian professional club doing this unveiling? So it shows now professionalism.
It's coming in,
clubs are now trying to pump into that media, aspect of it, and that is where you can bring fans. That is one thing Sporting Lagos actually did. get yourself acclimatized with the fans. Get yourself accustomed. Let them like you, and that was it. Let them see you that you're actually good, and see how the stadium is. The Valley Jets competition is starting August 4 to August 12. I'm sure we'll be there for the final. In that is Remo Stars Stadium. We'll be there for the final. Hopefully, it's going to be another Remo Stars versus Sporting Lagos, and you see how jam-packed that stadium is going to be for that final.
Honestly, when see these things are because realistically, the issue we have with Nigerian football mainly is the fact that government are running most of the teams. Yeah. And when you have teams run by government, many individuals running those teams are mostly first about themselves than the team. But when it's run by private sector, they know that if this team is not well positioned, they won't make profit. Now, many of the clubs in Nigeria Nigerian Football League is run like a philanthropy, like a non-governmental organization whereby you just give and not expecting something in return. When you run them like a business outfit, that's where you will make money. Because it is government, so government don't care. They can actually spend and make the money from elsewhere.
Please, you come back to this. Let me just quickly announce. The first half have come to an end, and it is Spain who is leading Zambia by 2-0. And so far, we are on break time, as you can continue with what you're saying.
So when you now look at it, when you now see that, oh, if I don't bring these people in, there's no way I will make money. See, when you start thinking in the right direction, your strategy will start going the right direction. It is the direction that your thought is. That's there's a saying that says, where your heart is, there your treasure will be. If your heart is trying to steal money, you will be so technically brilliant in the aspect of stealing. But when your heart is that, oh, how can we make this better? Then your thought process, with your energy will go towards that side. And I just think, even the government, they should try to privatize it. Privatize it.
Maybe not fully privatization, just
percentage.
To 40%.
Just sell shares.
Sell shares.
Sell shares. And so that these guys can run it like a profit-making venture. Because football is now the new oil. We are over 200 million for crying out loud. How many is the population of Spain? How many is England?
You know, this reminds me of when, what's it called, Rwanda was sponsoring the shirts of Arsenal. When they put the visit Rwanda. And people were like, of all your economy, you spend a lot of money on a foreign club. But we saw how much the tourist attraction actually increased in Rwanda. And we see how much it's bringing to their investments. So it's one thing to actually, you know, when you look at Nigeria, well, let's just stay away from Nigeria right now because it would be like we are actually deviating away from the game at hand.
But Zambia is part of Africa. Nigeria.
All right. Let's quickly come back to the match. We have seen the match, the first half. Can we just quickly talk about? To me, I see Zambia scoring. What happened in the first half? What it is bad. I also talk about the good side of this Spaniard side and what you expect them to do more.
Are you first?
Okay. Let's just say that it's a game between the Lion and the Minnow. And the Lion has taken... see, if there are no sleeping giants, how many women will rise? We have giants now that this giant, Spain, is not ready to sleep. So that makes it more difficult for Zambia. Because when Spain bring their A game, Zambia will always be the second best. But not to take anything away from Zambia, Zambia has done a good job. They've tried more ways than having just one dangerous lady up front that can do the damage. They need more ladies that can actually be the focal point for the team. But it's a good first half so far. Zambia came to the party too. We saw them create some chances, but they need to improve on their final third. Their final third, how they string passes, final pass and all, they really need to improve. And they really need to improve too in the areas of their defensive midfielder in their own third. Because the way Spain has been having a jolly good ride through their defense, They've given their goalkeeper a whole lot of more stress. And they really need to sit back, defend better, and try to find space to hit Spain on the counter. Because they can't go toe-to-toe with Spain. They will concede more goals. And I think it's just Spain's game to lose.
I think they gave Spain a lot of respect coming into this game. That was why they went 2 goals down under 13 minutes in this game, because the respect was just too much. We saw the opening moments of the game. It was just Spain all through. Until after that 2 goals came in, and probably through the substitution, they grew into the game from the 30th minute, and that is one of the major problems with Africans. When you look at the Nigerian national team, the female team will actually tire out at the 65th minute. Yeah. They tire out and they start conceding a lot of unnecessary goals. But here we have a team that is actually, it takes late or it takes a lot of time for them to actually build into the game. And that is one thing the coach needs to work on with his girls. They actually need to actually put their own dominate game as early as possible, so you don't allow your opponents actually dominate your pattern of play. I think that's where they have a problem in the first half, and Spain took advantage of that. They saw that they were actually not on their own foot. They are not playing as much or how good they can play, and they got their 2 goals within 13 minutes, which is actually good enough to win this game and take them to the second round. But let's see how much they're coming to the second half, and if they can get into the mode of play as early as possible, that would be good for us, and be good for not able to do that. You still see under Spain. You still see Spain coming in very early into the game, getting 2 goals, and wrapping things up as early as 60th minutes.
All right, can you quickly analyze the 2 goals scored against Zambia with the defense? Can you just analyze what actually happened? Or what actually happened? What actually causes it?
The first goal is just sheer brilliance from the lady. And it's just brilliant. She just saw the spot and she put the ball there. You can't really fault the defense of Zambia.
What about the goalkeeper?
But the goalkeeper has no...
There's nothing the goalkeeper was
with that first goal. That is the type. Look at the corner where she put the ball. That was just clear-cut execution. And you can't fault anybody for that goal. But the second goal, you just have to fault their defense. That defense, the lady that crossed the ball, they gave her too much time and space in the box. You don't give your opponent time and space in the box. You close them down as soon as possible. And leaving
there's no alternative. She's one, it's very difficult to play that kind of ball. Somebody creating opportunities, even another opportunity for her to dribble, because you can pretend as if you want to pass. You caught. It's an opportunity, but there's nobody, and already they will be able to interpret her movement. And it becomes so difficult for her. So can you quickly talk about the goalkeepers so far?
Well, not too much to talk about the goalkeeper. The Zambia goalkeeper, we didn't really expect much from her, because she's actually the third choice goalkeeper by all standards for Zambia. So I wasn't expecting much from her. And when you look at the Spanish goalkeeper, she hasn't really faced anything in this game.
Of course.
She has been home and dry in the goalpost of the Spanish team. So not really much to talk about in the goalkeeper, because we've not really seen the Spanish goalkeeper being tested as much as we've seen the Zambia goalkeeper being tested in this game. Though I've not even really seen the Zambia goalkeeper make a lot of saves. But she look at the 2 goals and say to herself, like, it wasn't her fault. And yeah, I'll rightly fall on that way for her too, that it wasn't her fault for the 2 goals she conceded. So not really fault, not really goalkeeper error let go in this game already.
All right. Before we go for a short break, just talk about the officiating.
Top notch. The lady has been in charge of the game. You can see especially the tackle on Banda Barbara in the box. It takes a clear vision to see that. It takes concentration.
And she didn't even call for the VAR to check, because she saw it.
There was no need for VAR there.
And it was excellent.
And it was good. The officiating has been top notch.
All right. We'll be going for a short break, and we'll be back in a moment. Remember to subscribe to Premier Sports Fan Center, and our live chat is still on. You can send your messages, and you will be part of the show. You can also call in. Our number remains 090-304-99917. And those calling from outside the show, you can add 234-90-304-99917. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go away. teams with the biggest fan zone in the world. Chelsea versus Manchester United. They're about to start their match. And it has been a lot of talking between the fans, Manchester fans and Chelsea fans. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.